You see problem 1. The following figure presents the activities and their direct costs of a highly simplified project. So direct costs shown here is the direct cost for each activity with some assumptions. Monthly indirect cost of 5,000 per month. Contractor markup in her bid 25%. Markup is mean on top of direct cost. The markup include overhead and profit. 25%. The owner's retention 10% of progress payment for maximum 5% of the contract amount. So the first lesson video shows you what does that mean for retentions, and retention will be paid to the contractor in the final payment. The progress payment will be billed at the end of the month, and the owner will pay the bill amount minus any retainage 30 days later, so about a month later. Draw expenses and income profiles for the contractor. B, what does the contractor cash flow look like? If the owner pay an advance payment of 20% of the contract amount, and the contractor will pay it back when the project is completed, that is, in the final payment will be deducted there. So the advance payment, what does that term mean? It also discussed in the first lesson video of this lesson. So let's start with the this problem. Determine the monthly direct costs, indirect costs based on the direct cost of each activity, and what should be the monthly total monthly cost and cumulative costs for the first portion, and then we can go ahead to determine the expense and income profile in the graphic. Let's start drawing the each activity with their direct costs, indirect costs, and cumulative costs. And with that here, the project for 4 months, so we have we can divide it for 4, and in terms of month, so 4, we have 2, we have 1, and we have 3. And activity A, it lasts for the first 2 months and 50,000 direct costs. A. So that A, 50,000. B, 40,000, and for month 2 and 3, 40,000 month 2 and 3. So we can have B, 40,000, activity B, and then activity C, 60,000, the second half of month 2 and month 3, 60,000. C, and activity D, the last 2 months, 30,000. Activity D. From that we can determine the monthly direct cost. Direct cost. So let me put the here direct cost, we put that at DC, and indirect cost we call it IC to make the shorter. And then we have, of course, the indirect cost. I see. And then we have total monthly cost. And the last one is cumulative cost. Then from that we can be able to determine the cost for each item. The direct cost for A, 50,000 for 2 months. So each month, as you can see, it will be 25,000. So 25,000. First month. The second month we have 25,000 for A, 20,000 for B, and 20,000 for C, because that C 1.5 month 60,000. So each half month is 20,000. So you have 25 plus 20, so 45 plus 20, 65,000. So you have 65,000. Similarly, we have for month 3, we have 20,000 for B, 20,000 for B, 40,000 for C, and then we have 15,000 for D. With that, we have 75,000. And the last one is going to be 15,000, the second half of activity D only, no other overlap, so 15,000. And we have the indirect costs, 5,000 per month. We can put down 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. So the total monthly cost, including direct cost and indirect cost, to add them up. So we have 25 plus 5, we have 30,000. 65 plus 5, we have 70,000. 75 plus 5, we have 80,000. And last one, 20,000. And then cumulative, the first month, of course, that will be 30,000. The second month cumulative, so including the first month plus the second month, and just keep continue. So we have that equal to, let's put the color differently here. It will be 30,000. Second month, the first month 30,000 plus 70,000, so you have 100,000. The third month, it will be get 100,000 plus 80 to get that down to this number. So we have 180. And the last one, similarly, we have 180 plus 20, so we have 100,000. You have that. So we have the cumulative costs. When the cumulative cost, that is the cost, and the contractor markup of her bid is 25,000. So on top of cost, we can determine the contract value that she going to bid, cost plus the markup. So with that one, we can be able to determine the contract value. And in contract values, this way, markup is 25%. The cost is cumulative. This way, 200,000. 180 plus 20, 200,000, not 100,000. Contract values equal to the cost, 200,000. time the plus the markup 25%, which means that we time 1.25. So in this case, we have that in the markup 25% at the problem given. So with that one, we can be able to determine 250,000. So that is the contract. And the problem also reminds us that the retention 10% progress payment and with the maximum 5% of the contract amount. So regardless of what retention, it will not be exceed 5% of the contract amount. What it means here, we have retention 5%. So we have 5% time 250,000. That is the contract amount, which means that we determine maximum retentions equal to 12,500. 12,500. So with that one, we can be able to determine the owner payments, and also can be determine the profile for the contractor expense, and also the owner payments. What happen if the owner include advance payment in the profile B? That we will show you in the next part of this solution, next video.